Hi everyone, welcome to Hauler Time. My name is Amy and today I've got an exciting collaboration video that I am doing to highlight Nail Reserve. They are a gel nail polish company. They reached out to me and asked if I would do a review and I said absolutely. So that's what we're doing today, so stay tuned. So here we go, try number 2. My first attempt at this, I had food in my teeth, so we started over. So we have got about, let me go back. So a few weeks ago, Nail Reserve reached out to me and asked if I would like to review their product, and that was shortly after I had started trying out gel nail polish and all that is with using products from other companies. And so I said, sure, I would love to try your product. So in exchange for doing a dedicated video to their product, they let me pick out 7 items from their catalog, which I did. And we are going to unbox those here in a sec. And then because it's so easy to do gel nails, we are going to do that on camera. So if everything works out okay, following this little introductory part, you will see my first hand video over here where I'm actually gonna do my nails. And I've not done that before, right? So as long as that works, you will get to see that. But if it doesn't, even though I've practiced a few times and it was okay, but if for some reason something happens, I will still come back and I will still review. It'll just be after the fact and my nails will be all pretty. So I also got my board made with some poster board and some wallpaper strips to use over here. So we're going high tech, peeps. So stay tuned, right? But anyway, let's talk about Nail Reserve. So Nail Reserve is a gel nail polish company. They are vegan, cruelty-free, top of the line ingredients. And so I just want to do an unboxing to show you what I got, the 7 bottles that I picked. So it comes all nicely packaged with all of this stuff, which I'm going to keep this stuff for some other crafting. But then you can see I've got 7 bottles here, and I'll just go through them one at a time. So first, and they're nice big bottles. So the bottles that I've been using since I first started are very small in comparison. So this is a normal size nail polish bottle. And it's nice because it's got this part on the top, which you'll see in a minute, will show you the colors that they are, which is super important because gel nail polish is usually in black bottles so that it doesn't get activated by the UV lights outside. So anyway, this one is the base. So of course, whenever you're doing a gel nail manicure, you want to start out with a base coat. And when I do mine, I'm not going to do all the things that get done with a professional level manicure because I'm not a professional, and there's certain parts of it that I don't like to do. For example, I'm not going to buff my nails because I do not want to thin my nails out any more than they already are. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, I got the base, and I did not get a top coat from them because they have matte, and I don't particularly like matte. So on their website, they do say feel free to use your own base or top coats that you prefer with their product. So I did get their base because I wanted to see how that worked, but I did not get a top coat from them because I like shiny. All right, so then the next one is Warm Glow. And you can see it's kind of a sparkly. I was hoping it would be kind of like, remind me of a antique bronzy kind of color. that kind of goes with that steampunk vibe. So we'll see. And I don't know if this, when we put it on, if this will end up being the kind of color that you would use over a solid color, or if it'll be solid enough on its own. So we'll see. And then Velvet Witch. So you can see this gets into my love of burgundy polishes. So we'll be trying out that. This one doesn't appear to have any glittery aspects to it. I think I have one in here that does. And I'm going to try all of these colors. So my fingers will have all different colors on them. All right, Fire Show. So this is the one that's got some sparkle. You see that? But it's another in the burgundy pinky kind of line. But they're all great size bottles. And then I got Wonderland, which kind of reminded me of, I guess you can't really see those labels very clearly, can you? But it's just kind of an army green. So I thought I'll go with, since I'm getting a lot of clothes that color, let's go ahead and try out some polish that color. Then, whoa, this one is Green Addict. And I got this because I've got those really pretty green patent leather shoes. So I thought this might go with that. But looking at this looks a little bit more teal than green. So we'll just have to see. But I'm sure it'll be pretty. And then last but not least is Golden Crown. So I thought this would be a really like a champagne-y kind of sparkly, kind of maybe a neutral color, because all the other colors I got were kind of bold. So, all right, so that's the 7 colors we got. So now I'm going to pause and, well, actually I got to stop because now I'm going to have to record on my phone. So I'm going to get transitioned, and then hopefully, cross your fingers, you'll see the demonstration and not just a review at the end. But either way, it should be a great time. So hang in there. We'll be right back. All right, so kind of as I feared, the video that I did doing my nails was apparently too long for me to get transferred over off of my phone to my Gmail for some reason. So let's talk about what I experienced and what I said while I was doing that, so that you know what my experience was. So we had 7 bottles of their awesome polishes, and you can see here I wanted to make sure to try every single one, so I did. I tried every single one, and of course I had 6 colors, so I couldn't do both hands the same. And this little guy, since she got broken off, the owl is comforting her. But anyway, so I started out with their base coat, and what I liked about this was that it went on very smoothly, and it had a nice brush. It wasn't too wide of a brush. I don't like the wide brushes because then I don't need any help getting the polish on my skin. You can see I get it on my skin a little bit. I don't need any extra help with that. So this one was nice. It was a nice thin brush. The base coat wasn't like sticky or anything coming out. It was very easy to apply. And so I applied this to my fingers, and then I cured it in my device here. But I will admit, I do not remember if this is a UV device or an LED device. And some of you may be looking at this thinking it's obvious what it is. But I'm new to this, so I don't know. So their website says that if it's a UV device, you need to cure for 2 minutes. But if it's an LED device, you can cure for 30 seconds. So because I wasn't sure, I went ahead and did the 2 minutes for each of these layers. So they say to do that for the base coat. Well, for every coat. That's the rule with their polish. So that's what I did. And so after I did the base coat, then I went through and I did each of the color coats. And so we can see this one that I wasn't sure if it was just going to be glitter or a solid. It is really a solid, and that's really pretty. So let me go over the colors again. So this brassy goldy one is Warm Glow, and then this next one was Velvet Witch, and these only have one coat on them. I felt like their colors were thick enough that I only needed one coat, and the consistency of the color coats is different than the base coat. So the base coat felt pretty thin, but the color coats feel very thick. So keep that in mind. Also, when I was first putting the color coat over the base coat, you could tell the base coat was kind of sticky, which it's supposed to be to help the gel nail polish adhere well. So you kind of need to have a little bit more polish on your brush for the color ones in order to put them on. Otherwise, you're going to keep going back, re-dipping and that kind of thing. So this one we said was the Velvet Witch. And then this one that was that kind of like the army green color was Wonderland. And again, they have the colors up here at the top, which is super helpful. And then this one was the Golden Crown. So we can see here that this one would be a good one to go on top of other things, or if you just want a little bit of shimmer, then that works for that too. I do like that it's in the same tone as my skin color, so I think I would wear it by itself, but it would also be really pretty on any of these other colors. And then for this one, this is the one that I was hoping to go with the green shoes, but it's a little bit bluer than would go with that. But this is Green Addict. And then like I said, I cured these after the color coat. I cured it for 2 minutes, well, probably a little bit more than 2 minutes, because I was talking and kind of getting distracted. And so I did do those for longer, and then I came in with my own top coat and cured it for the 2 minutes also. Now what I found after I did that is that there were some parts of these that were still a little bit sticky. So whenever that I usually, and I told this on when I was talking, I usually take the back of a nail to the top of a nail, and if they stick, then I feel like I have a problem. And there were a couple places that kind of stuck a little bit, so I cured it for a little bit longer, and then it was fine. So and all of that depends on how much polish you get on there, right? I also mentioned that it would be helpful to have one of those corrector tools while you're doing this, because my hands shake a lot because of the carpal tunnel and the medication that I'm on. And so I'm always getting it on the sides, and I can take my finger and kind of wipe that away, but the corrector tool would help get into the valleys that are formed between the nail and the skin. And like you can see, my skin is kind of shiny around, so you know I got some of the top coat on my skin. And why is that a problem? Well, that's going to make it a lot easier to peel as it separates from my skin. So when you're doing this, take your time. I mean, part of the benefits of gel nails, I feel, is that it's quick. And so if one of these were to peel off, I could just redo it in like 5 minutes and be done. And I like that. I don't have to redo the whole manicure. I can just redo the one nail at a time. But try to take your time. I was trying to go fast because I was self-conscious about being on camera. And so I wasn't being as diligent to get all of the, because you want to kind of wipe that away before you cure it. Otherwise it's, cured on there. So anyway, okay, so this was the other color that I couldn't put on this hand, and that was this one, the Fire Show. So it's pinker than I was expecting it to be, a little bit more like this, just with glitter. And you could put this over it, although they're really solid colors. So you might, if you put this over something, it probably would just look like this. It's not, you know, like this one would be. But yeah, so I was super impressed with the color quality. I was really impressed with this one. It's really what I was looking for. I was hoping it wouldn't just be kind of a glittery thing and kind of like this. So I was really happy with that. And then this is still probably my favorite color just because I like burgundy. And I feel like that goes well with my skin. But that being said, I probably won't wear this color very often just because I don't have a lot of things that go with that. But I will be wearing, I tried to get colors, you know, that I would wear. And I think I would wear all these other colors. So I'm very happy with this arrangement, and I want to say thank you to Nail Reserve for letting me review your product. I am so sorry that the part of the video where I show actually applying it and showing how easy it is to do didn't come through, but I want to tell everybody that it is very easy to apply, and I don't have to worry now about going to bed tonight and getting hair creases in the nails. They're done. And so until they start to peel off, or if you want to remove it on your own, you need to use the acetone with the cotton pads and then maybe wrap that on your finger with some aluminum foil for 10 to 15 minutes, or you can get those clips like at the Dollar Tree that'll hold the cotton ball on there. These will probably peel off in about 3 days just because I'm not as good around the skin. But that's on me. That's not on the product. And just a reminder, they are cruelty-free. They are vegan. They are 9-free. I don't know what that means, but those of you that care, I'm sure do know what it means. And then all you got to do is go to nailreserve.com. They didn't give me any kind of special code for you to use because they always have deals on their own on their site. So you can get a 60% off coupon by signing up for their mailing list. And right now they have a deal where you can get 55% off if you use this code BLACK55. And I don't know how long that code will be good. I think this code is always good for new users. But this one is because of Black Friday, so I don't know how long they'll be running that. So just keep that in mind. But otherwise, once again, I want to thank Nail Reserve for asking me to partner with you. I enjoyed it, and I will definitely be using your products. So thank you so much. And I think that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and remember to check out the description below. I'll have all that information in there for you. And yeah, give Nail Reserve a try. I think they're an up-and-coming new company, fairly new. And so yeah, if you want to, oh, and another thing I was saying in the video, which I should point out here, this is great. This is a great product for introverts. For if you don't like to have to go to a nail salon and make small talk with strangers, this is perfect, right? And because I've had my nails professionally done, I think 3 times, for 2 weddings and maybe a prom. And I am such an introvert. I'm like, okay, well, I can make small talk with people, sort of, if I need to, but I'm not good at it, right? That's just not a skill I have. So do it yourself at home. Yeah. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.